Welcome to the Phone Arena video review of the BlackBerry Bold 9650. The 9650 is now available from Sprint as a replacement to the Tour 9630. Though no official announcement has been made, we expect to see it launched on Verizon in the near future. Looking at the BlackBerry Bold, there's not much difference between it and the Tour 9630. The biggest thing is the addition of the optical trackpad. This optical trackpad is already found on many BlackBerry devices, such as the Curve 8530 and the Bold 9700. The other major upgrade from the Tour to the Bold 9650 is the addition of Wi-Fi. Again, something found on the Curve 8530. Visually, everything is the same between the Bold and the Tour. It features the same keypad as well as the same key layouts. The side keys, here we find the volume as well as the headset jack, convenience key, and micro USB port. And on the other side, simply the convenience key and a speaker. All of this is exactly the same as it was on the Tour. The dimensions have very slightly changed. However, to the novice user, and even to the more experienced one, you wouldn't notice a difference unless you look at the spec sheet. The back again looks the same. This time, obviously, we have the Bold branding, as opposed to the Tour. It still features a 3.2 megapixel camera with flash. One of the nice additions to the Sprint Bold is that this housing around the insert is soft touch. The Verizon Tour had that, but the Sprint used a glossy plastic that A, didn't fit the theme, and B, felt a lot cheaper. The back door is actually exactly the same as it is on the Tour, so Tour users can grab a Bold back if they prefer the new rib design. As we mentioned, the main feature of the Bold over the Tour is Wi-Fi. Everything else remains pretty much unchanged. It ships with 5.0 software, something that's been available for the Tour for a little while now. Everything runs just as smooth and quickly, although there is now 512 megs of onboard memory for app storage. Nothing drastic though, as apps don't take up a ton of room, and we doubt there are many users out there maxing it out. In terms of the software, we find the same pretty basic stuff. We've got Sprint navigation, as well as Sprint's NASCAR and football service. The one interesting thing is the new Sprint Music Store. As you can see, the icon here is a little plus next to it. And when we tried to download it, it said the new Sprint Music Store will be launching soon, and that will be notified on the icon when the update is available. We haven't heard Sprint make any mention of a new music store, but it is something that we've lamented about in the past. While quite functional, it's pretty ugly and has been in need of a virtual makeover. So you're probably wondering what the big deal is about the 9650. In all honesty, not too much. When we reviewed the Tour back last summer, we praised it for its excellent hardware. And indeed, especially since it's basically the same device, the Bold carries over this tradition. It feels extremely solid in the hand. It's really well built with premium materials. The keypad is still the best we've ever used, and the display is nice. The addition of the trackpad and the Wi-Fi are welcome. However, they just bring it up to spec with other BlackBerrys on the market. Honestly, we don't really even see a need domestically for Wi-Fi on CDMA networks, given the prevalence of 3G. At $200, the Bold is a 100% premium over the outgoing Tour, and we don't see how this is justified. We can see a quick price drop down to $150, but honestly $100 is a good price point for this new device. With the rise of Android, the consumer smartphone market has been exploding. At $200, we see no reason why a consumer would not pick the HTC Evo 4G, available from Sprint in just a few weeks for the same $200, over something like the Bold. Yes, the keypad is nice. Yes, we like the trackpad, and the display is good. However, the Evo is going to be a much more consumer-friendly device. It offers way better specs than the Bold. And honestly, Android has outpaced BlackBerry in terms of smartphone for the average consumer. It still may have a place in the corporate world, but BlackBerry really needs to step up its game if it wants to keep its stranglehold as a top smartphone maker in the country.